Hello everyone, this is Snype Hype once again, and we are bringing you part 2 of our Halo Reach versus Call of Duty Black Ops commentary. In this commentary is obviously going to be about Call of Duty Black Ops, the pros and cons to the game. This is our opinions and facts that have been released by Treyarch themselves. So we'll jump right in with the pros. A pro to Call of Duty Black Ops would be it is made by Treyarch, and World at War, that's the game that they made for the Call of Duty series. World at War was pretty good. There was only two major problems that I could honestly see with World at War, and that was the tanks and the MP40. It was a bit overpowered. The tanks were completely ridiculous, but
easily solved by satchels and switching your own gun to MP40.
Yes, yeah, I guess you could say that. Anyways, Treyarch is a pretty good game company. The only bad thing about them is they don't really fix problems. They didn't fix anything in World at War, but there wasn't a lot to be fixed, I guess. But they rival Bungie, but
I think that was Infinity Ward's fault, speeding them through it so they can get to their own game.
That's true too. Infinity Ward and Treyarch are under Activision, and Activision runs everything. And if they say rush, then rush, and the game development is rushed, and it turns out crappy, and you get to Modern Warfare 2.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Another pro is Call of Duty as a franchise, and not just for Black Ops, but it's very fast-paced gameplay, which is nice, which is what Halo doesn't really have. Halo is very relaxed, but a lot of people like the fast-paced gameplay, always having your adrenaline pumping and not knowing when an enemy is coming around the corner, and you just have to be ready at all times, and that's very nice. A good thing about Black Ops is they stole the theater mode from the Halo franchise, which is a good thing because they really needed a theater system, so they could maybe submit a bug or a glitch to Treyarch, and they could fix it maybe.
Yeah, another good thing about that is for Machinima like videos. I'm sure we're probably gonna see a lot more Black Ops Machinima when that comes out.
Yes.
Because of that.
Right now, Machinima for Modern Warfare 2 is pretty difficult from what I understand about the spectators and everything.
And I think it'll be very easy to make it spread it to other games too.
Yes, that's true, because now the two biggest franchises right now, which would be the Halo franchise and the Call of Duty franchise, both have theater, and we could probably expect to see that more in upcoming games from any other franchise. A very, very good thing about Call of Duty Black Ops is the return of Nazi zombies. Now, they haven't officially released it, but we can expect Nazi zombies to come back, or a mode just like that, maybe even...
I think it was officially released, actually.
Was it? Maybe.
They hinted it through the poster, the guy with the two pistols.
I would hope so, because Nazi zombies was great. I have to say I like it more than Firefight from the Halo franchise. It's very fast-paced, there's a lot of strategy that goes into it, it was well developed. And maybe it'll be commie zombies now, who knows?
Maybe they'll make the zombies more like zombies.
Well, we'll see about that when it comes out in November 11th. A good thing about Call of Duty Black Ops is the sorry about that, the weapon customization. Now, the weapon customization it seems a lot borrowed from Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, but that's fine.
Not as much though.
That can contribute. That can count as a con, because the noob tube. Everyone hates the noob tube. It takes very little skill. It is realistic. I mean, if a noob tube came through the wall right now, it'd kill us all. But I mean, but it's still very annoying. You can spam it across the map. It's horrible, and part of the reason Modern Warfare 2 was ruined was because of that and the classes that came out with it. And that ties into the cons, and the cons being that Call of Duty games, and we can expect this from Black Ops, everything is very unbalanced. From the gameplay trailers that we've seen from Black Ops, the weapons are pretty unbalanced. We've seen a few burst weapons, and those are ridiculous. We've seen Predator missiles that you can control and move completely around the map, as well as an RC car filled with explosives.
It's one of the things I don't really like about Call of Duty games is that, really, I mean, if you see a guy, you pretty much can kill him, like, really quick. But, like, in Halo, if someone shoots at you, if you're really good, you can turn around and you can
Not
still
even
win.
if you're that good. I mean, you're more alert like that. It's not very hard to kill someone.
But, I mean, in Call of Duty, a lot of it's just point and shoot, and he's dead for the most part.
Yes, and I think Call of Duty is way too noob friendly. I mean, you give someone who hasn't played a COD game, you give him a SCAR or a UMP or an MP40, and they could go around and get a very high
And early
KD,
levels too.
and the levels are pretty unbalanced. You see a lot of camping in COD games. Now, you see this in Halo too, but I think it's very much more
Yeah.
relevant
Not nearly as much as in Call of Duty.
in Call of
And
Duty,
it's
and that's
just
kind
a
of...
sniper that you hardly find in.
Yeah, the snipers are very unrealistic. I can't believe people actually think that Call of Duty franchise and any of the games are realistic. I don't expect Black Ops to be very realistic, but that's just how they go. A major con of Call of Duty Black Ops, and this goes for the rest of the COD franchise as well. I'm sorry, my chair squeaked. Most of the COD games are just recycled COD games. I mean, you think of Modern Warfare 2, and you figure Black Ops is going to be just about the same from
Yeah.
the trailers that released, except for
COD
different weapons and different kill
overall-
streaks.
Yeah, overall, Call of Duty games are next from one to another. They're not really that different, but I mean, like Halo Reach is like a lot different of a game than number 3.
Yes, and they just swap out weapons, kill streaks, spend 10 minutes on making a new campaign that turns out to be 5 hours unless, you know, you're on veteran or something like that. So there's not another con with little creativity. Yes, you have the weapon attachments, but most of them are going to be the same as in Modern Warfare 2 or the
Or they're
first.
useless for some weapons.
Very useless, yes. Like the silencers for
Silencers.
some weapons do not work, and I can't believe Infinity would not make the effort to fix such a small problem like that.
That's just pathetic.
It really is. But this is Treyarch, so,
Yeah.
you know, they're better. They didn't fix World at War, but there wasn't a lot to be fixed. So,
Yeah.
we might be able to expect better. But I think that Infinity Ward also had something to do with the development of Black Ops, along with Treyarch. They are both under Activision, so they might have had them both work on the project. Treyarch primarily, but we don't know. It doesn't come out until November. Halo Reach comes out September, so we can see.
Shall be glad that Infinity Ward's gone.
Yeah, they're not making any more COD games, which is, in my opinion, in all of our opinions, a good thing. I think something that I forgot. No, I didn't forget. I knew I was going to save this for part 2. Call of Duty games, a big con is the playability is low. You think back to Modern Warfare 2 and half the people quit. I mean, if you look at the players from when it came out, yes, it is the third most top-selling game in the United States history, and I think it's number 1 in Britain. So I'm not really sure.
It's one. It was. I think it was the highest selling of 2009.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
something like that. But that was because it was all hype. 20
Yeah.
million.
And a lot of systems.
Yes, 20. Yes, it was multi-platform.
Yeah, it's
And you
true.
think Halo,
Halo is probably just as popular, if not more popular.
and it's just
And
for
it's
the
just for
Xbox.
Xbox.
But this is, of course, Black Ops commentary. We have to keep Halo to a minimum. But there is something I want to. The whole playability. Half the people drop COD in a month or two when they buy the new game. Halo 3 is still being played by a very strong community, and it's 3 years old, and it still rivaled environmental graphics to everything else. But this is Black Ops commentary. There's more boosters in all of the Call of Duties, and we can see this for sure in Call of Duty Black Ops. In a month, they'll have 10th Prestige lobbies up, and you can't stop that, and that's ridiculous. That ruins the game. People are 10th Prestige without having the skill level, and they can be a douchebag about it, saying that they're 10th Prestige against someone who's not. And that's not very fair. The perks are unbalanced. A lot of the perks are returning from Modern Warfare 2 into Call of Duty Black Ops like Hardline. I would hope that Commando is not back. That ruined it. Danger Close, One Man Army, that whole combination.
There are a few confirmed of stopping power and bling.
We have that stopping power and bling. Those were pretty balanced.
Those
Stopping
are
power is
only
very
Those
straightforward.
are the only confirmed ones.
Hardline is back. But I think a good pro to this is the return of the challenges, which is going to be nice. But other than that, I think there's more cons to Black Ops. And
They got a currency now that reminds me of something else. So.
no, so we're running out of time, and I think we've wrapped this up. I'm Snype Hype.
Capoony147.
And ArcaneSgtPepper.
And thank you for watching our commentary, and we hope to see you in other videos.